please make it a point to dialogue with your colleagues, and more specifically, those who have served many, many years. They still have much vigor and knowledge to bestow upon all of us. And as we continually will hold up the integrity of this institution. In closing, I just want to say thank you for your confidence in me, and I will continue to do my best and do your very best, and together we will serve together, and I will continue to be your Speaker Pro Tem. Thank you, and God bless you. Nominations are now open for the office of Speaker of the House. The chair recognizes the delegate from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Chair. Colleagues, I stand before you this afternoon from a place of honor, pride, and glee, sprinkled with a dash of euphoria. I encourage your participation to support me in the nomination because the people want it, therefore we should anoint it. This individual knows that behind the she is a whole lot of we, the people. It's not about how long you have served, but how well you have served. It's not about the pose, it's about the person. It's not about the cover, it's about the character. With this delegate at the helm, she has led us through some difficult times. COVID-19, the Delta variant, and now Omicron. As you all know, a leader is a dealer in hope. You hope for the best, and you create the rest. With that being said, permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Thank you. For Speaker of the House for the 444th legislative session, I enthusiastically nominate my colleague from the 10th Legislative District of Baltimore County, the Honorable Adrian A. Jones.
Is there a second? The chair recognizes the delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, I am very proud and honored to second the nomination of Speaker Jones for Speaker of the House in the next term this year. I'm particularly proud to do this because this year I am President of the Women's Caucus, and the historic tenure of Speaker Jones has been a source of pride for all the women of the state of Maryland. Speaker Jones has been and continues to be an honorable woman of strength and courage and wisdom. There could not be a better leader. I second the nomination.
Are there any other nominations? Is there a motion to close the nominations?
Yes.
The chair recognizes the delegate from Baltimore City.
Thank you very much. I'd like to make a motion to close the nominations for the Speaker of the House, and I'd like to add that I hope my colleagues join me in a unanimous vote for a great leader, a courageous leader, and a leader who's making history every day, Adrian A. Jones.
Is there a second?
Madam Chair.
The chair recognizes the delegate from Anne Arundel County.
Madam Chair, okay. Madam Speaker, I second the motion to close the nominations for the Speaker of the Maryland House of Delegates.
The nominations are closed. We are ready for the question. All those in favor of the Honorable Adrian A. Jones for the office of Speaker of the House signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Honorable Adrian A. Jones of Baltimore County has been elected as the Speaker of the House of Delegates. Will the delegates escort Speaker Jones? I state your name,
Adrian Jones,
do swear
do swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will be faithful
and that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland
and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution and the laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and the laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of Speaker
execute the office of Speaker
according to the Constitution and laws of this state,
according to the Constitution and laws of this state,
that I will not directly or indirectly
that I will not directly or indirectly
receive the profits or any part of the profits
receive the profits or any part of the profits
of any other office
of any other office
during the term of my acting
during the term of my acting
as Speaker of the Maryland House of Delegates.
as Speaker of the Maryland House of Delegates.
Thank you. Sign the book, Speaker.
Welcome to the 444th Legislative Session. Thank you for re-electing me as Speaker and for your continued faith in me as a leader of the House of Delegates. Your confidence in me means a great deal. I don't ever take you or your votes for granted, nor do I take my responsibilities lightly. I also want to thank our returning members for the work that each of you put in last year. You made it a successful session and made a meaningful impact for Maryland's residents and families. I'm confident that we'll continue our success this year and get more done for Marylanders. I also want to welcome our newest members to the House. I look forward to your fresh ideas and perspectives as we tackle Maryland's most pressing issues. We're heading into another session with a surging pandemic and a new Omicron variant. Despite the current COVID resurgence, the House is committed to fulfilling our duties and working on behalf of the people of Maryland for the full 90-day session. Each session, the legislature comes in with a blank slate, but Maryland families don't get that luxury. Many Marylanders are still dealing with the financial impact of pandemic layoffs and closures. Many families are struggling to make ends meet as the prices of goods and services continue to rise. A resurgent COVID and staffing shortages across all industries are slowing our economy's progress. This session, we need to keep an important question in mind. Is this helping the families who've been left behind in post-pandemic recovery? Our focus will be getting more people back to work, strengthening Maryland families, and ensuring everyone can put food on the table and afford basic necessities. Whether Democrats or Republicans, we need to do the best work we can on behalf of the people we serve. Working together, we can make vulnerable communities more resilient, get Marylanders hit hardest by the pandemic back to work, upgrade neglected state facilities and infrastructure, provide better, more accessible health care, make every community safer, and continue our progress towards world-class schools. Together, the House and Senate will continue to push for progress. We'll look to harness innovation and creativity as we tackle new issues. And we'll find new and better ways to improve our economy for Marylanders in every jurisdiction. I'm ready and committed to work with each of you as we look to the future and drive this state forward. Are you there with me? Thank you. Order. The clerk will read the order.
Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the rules of the House of Delegates in effect at the end of the special session of 2021 be adopted for the regular session of 2022. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland, the Chief Clerk of the House is Sylvia Seeger, pursuant to House Rules 103 and 105 of the Maryland House of Delegates. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the Journal Clerk of the House is Colleen Cassidy, pursuant to House Rules 104 and 105 of the Maryland House of Delegates. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the rules of the House of Delegates in effect at the end of the special session of 2021 be adopted for the regular session of 2022.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. House rules have been adopted. Orders of organization. The clerk will read the orders of organization.
Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the Chief Clerk of the House is Sylvia Seeger, pursuant to House Rules 103 and 105 of the Maryland House of Delegates. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the Journal Clerk of the House is Colleen Cassidy, pursuant to House Rules 104 and 105 of the Maryland House of Delegates. Ordered by the House of Delegates that the following desk officers are hereby appointed to serve the House of Delegates during this regular legislative session of 2022. Assistant Chief Clerk Wendy W. Compton, Assistant Journal Clerk Anisha K. Oliver, Legislative Assistant to the Chief Clerk Cindy Olszewski, Reading Clerk C. Rhodes Whitehill. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the monies appropriated for the expenses of this regular session of 2022 as set forth in the Appropriations Bill be paid upon joint order of the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House. Ordered by the House of Delegates of Maryland that the Speaker of the House shall appoint the employees necessary for the proper transaction and the business of the regular session of 2022 as provided for in the budget. This order to remain in effect until changed or modified by the House of Delegates of Maryland. Resolved that the appointments made by the Speaker during the special session of 2021 are hereby continued to serve during the regular session of 2022, and be it further ordered that the Speaker is hereby authorized and empowered to fill any vacancies that may exist in said committees by reason of death, resignation, and any other matter. By order, Sylvia Seeger, Chief Clerk.
Hearing no objections, the orders have been adopted. Appointments. Clerk will read the appointments.
Resolved that the Speaker makes the following appointments. The Honorable Eric G. Lutke of Montgomery County be appointed as Majority Leader. The Honorable Griselda Valderrama of Prince George's County be appointed Deputy Majority Leader. The Honorable Wanika Fisher of Prince George's County be appointed Assistant Majority Leader. The Honorable Talmadge Branch of Baltimore City be appointed as Majority Whip. The Honorable Bonnie Collison of Montgomery County be appointed Deputy Speaker Pro Tem. The Honorable Diana Fennell of Prince George's County be appointed Assistant Speaker Pro Tem. The Honorable Janelle K. Wilkins of Montgomery County be appointed Parliamentarian. Resolved that the Speaker makes the following appointments. Chief Deputy Majority Whips, the Honorable Ben Barnes, the Honorable Benjamin Brooks. Deputy Majority Whips, the Honorable Darrell Barnes, the Honorable J. Stanley Bartlett, the Honorable Eric Ebersol, the Honorable Jim Gilchrist, the Honorable Ariana B. Kelly, the Honorable Ken Kerr, the Honorable Lily Shee, the Honorable Emily Shetty, the Honorable Geraldine Valentino Smith, the Honorable Melissa Wells, the Honorable Pat Young. Resolved that the Chair and the Vice Chair of the Standing Committees are Appropriations Chair, the Honorable Maggie McIntosh of Baltimore City, Vice Chair, the Honorable Mark S. Cheng of Anne Arundel County, Economic Matters Chair, the Honorable C.T. Wilson of Charles County, Vice Chair, the Honorable Brian Crosby of St. Mary's County, Environment and Transportation Chair, the Honorable Kumar P. Barve of Montgomery County, Vice Chair, the Honorable Dana M. Stein of Baltimore County, Health and Government Operations Chair, the Honorable Shane E. Pendergrass of Howard County, Vice Chair, the Honorable Joseline A. Pena-Melnick of Prince George's and Anne Arundel Counties, Judiciary Chair, the Honorable Luke Clippinger of Baltimore City, Vice Chair, the Honorable David Moon of Montgomery County, Ways and Means Chair, the Honorable Vanessa Atterbury of Howard County, Vice Chair, the Honorable Alonzo Washington of Prince George's County, Rules and Executive Nominations Chair, the Honorable Ann Healy of Prince George's County, Vice Chair, the Honorable Marvin E. Holmes Jr. of Prince George's County. Resolved that the Speaker makes the following committee appointments. Rules and Executive Nominations. The Honorable Ann Healy, Chair. The Honorable Marvin Holmes, Vice Chair. The Honorable Vanessa Atterbury. The Honorable Benjamin Barnes. The Honorable Kumar P. Barve. The Honorable Talmadge Branch. The Honorable Jason Buckle. The Honorable Mark Chang. The Honorable Luke Clippinger. The Honorable Brian Crosby. The Honorable Jefferson Greist. The Honorable Ann R. Kaiser. The Honorable Nicholas R. Kipke. The Honorable Eric Lutke. The Honorable Maggie McIntosh. The Honorable David Moon. The Honorable Joseline A. Pena-Melnick, the Honorable Shane E. Pendergrass, the Honorable Teresa Riley, the Honorable Cherie Sample Hughes, the Honorable Haven Shoemaker, the Honorable Dana M. Stein, the Honorable Kathy Shalega, the Honorable Griselda Valderrama, the Honorable Alonzo Washington, the Honorable C.T. Wilson. Resolved that the Speaker makes the following committee appointments. The Honorable Linda Foley to Environment and Transportation Committee, the Honorable Karen Tolles to the Judiciary Committee. By order, Sylvia Seeger, Chief Clerk.
Hearing no objection, the appointments are adopted. Minority leadership appointments. The clerk will read the appointments.
Resolved that the following members be appointed by the minority leadership. The Honorable Jason C. Buckle, Minority Leader. The Honorable Haven Shoemaker, Minority Whip. The Honorable Abel Rose, the Assistant Minority Leader. The Honorable Brian Chisholm, the Assistant Minority Whip. The Honorable Wayne A. Hartman, Chief Deputy Minority Whip. The Honorable J. A. Jacobs, Caucus Chair. Resolved that the following members be appointed Deputy Minority Whips. The Honorable Trent Kittleman, the Honorable Charles J. Otto, the Honorable Seth A. Howard, the Honorable Brenda J. Cham, the Honorable Sid Saab, the Honorable Kevin B. Hornberger.
Hearing no objection, the appointments are ordered journalized. Message to the Senate. The clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the House of Delegates has organized by the election of the Honorable Adrian A. Jones, Speaker of the House. We respectfully propose, with your concurrence, the appointment of a joint committee of 4 members, 2 on the part of the House and 2 on the part of the Senate, to wait upon the Governor and inform him that the General Assembly is now organized and prepared to receive any communications he may desire to make. We have appointed on the parts of the House delegates Lutke and Buckle.
Hearing no objection, the message is adopted. Message from the Senate. The clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the House of Delegates, we have received your message notifying the Senate of the organization of your honorable body and requesting the appointment of a joint committee to wait upon the Governor to inform him that the General Assembly is now prepared to receive any communications which he may desire to make. We have appointed on the part of the Senate Senators King and Simon Eyre. The Senate has organized by the election of the Honorable William C. Ferguson IV as President.
Hearing no objection, the message is ordered journalized. Message to the Senate. Clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, it is the intention of the House of Delegates to adjourn for more than 3 days during the 2022 legislative session as needed due to the public health emergency. If the Senate of Maryland desires to adjourn for more than 3 days during the 2022 legislative session, the House consents.
Hearing no objection, the message is adopted. Message from the Senate. Clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the House of Delegates, it is the intention of the Senate of Maryland to adjourn for more than 3 days during the 2022 legislative session as needed due to the public health emergency. If the House of Delegates desires to adjourn for more than 3 days during the 2022 legislative session, the Senate consents.
Hearing no objection, the message is ordered journalized. Consent calendar, introductory House Bill number 1. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 1, Delegate Clippinger, Judiciary.
Madam Speaker.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of House Bills 1 through 50.
Hearing no objections, so the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Consent calendar, introductory House Bills number 2. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 51, Delegate Mounts, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of House Bills 51 through 100.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Consent calendar, introductory House Bills number 3. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 101, Delegate Rosenberg, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of House Bills 101 through 150.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Consent calendar, introductory House Bills number 4. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 151, Delegate Healy, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of House Bills 151 through 200.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Introduction of House Joint Resolution. The clerk will read the resolutions and their committee assignments.
House Joint Resolution 1, the Speaker, House Rules. House Joint Resolution 2, the Speaker, House Rules, by order of Sylvia Siegert, Chief Clerk.
Message from the Chief Executive, executive nominations. The clerk will read the nominations and the committee assignments.
Dear Speaker Jones, in accordance with Article 2, Section 11 of the Constitution of Maryland, I am pleased to submit for confirmation by the Maryland House of Delegates appointments made during the 2021 recess of the General Assembly. I am confident that you will find these individuals to be well qualified for their respective offices and deserving of your support for appointment confirmation. Sincerely, Lawrence J. Hogan, Jr., Governor, January the 12th, 2022, Rules and Executive Nominations.
That ends the work at the desk. All committee bill hearings are listed on the Maryland General Assembly website. Quorum call before adjournment.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? The clerk will take the call. There being 131 members present, the House is still in session, recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stand adjourned until Thursday, January 13th at 10 a.m. for a pro forma session.